One of the best smelling snacks ever was an ice cream sandwich. The chocolatey, cookie-like cakey outside and the vanilla ice cream inside. Not chocolate. Must be vanilla.
Oh, yeah, always vanilla.
Go to the grocery, get yourself a box of ice cream sandwiches, open them up, and smell it. Smell the paper before you open it up, and tell me it doesn't smell like a ditto from a mimeograph.
How about we disagree?
I can't. I have an aversion to ice cream sandwiches now because ice cream sandwiches were involved in the only time my father ever physically struck me.
So you can't eat ice cream sandwiches?
He was very, verbally abusive, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
But one time he hit me.
That's when you stole the quarters.
Smacked me, yeah, yes.
See, I pay attention.
Yes, I stole the quarters.
To get an ice cream sandwich because you were starving because he wasn't feeding you properly.
Yes, thank you.
Because he was too busy doing other things. I know this story.
He insisted that I bought model rockets with it because I was into model rocketry.
Right.
And I didn't. I bought one whole box of ice cream sandwiches and ate the entire box. It was delicious.
Of course it is.
What a great fucking time that was.
You can't just have one of those.
I ate the entire box because I went to Thrifty Drug and Discount Store out there in California. And I went in with the quarters. And then I just, Anthony deserved to be hit. Thank you. People are saying. So I ate the whole box of ice cream sandwiches. And then once they found out the quarters were missing, Dad took me outside, and on our way to the stable, said, "Did you steal Corey's quarters?" And
Who's Corey?
Corey was his girlfriend.
Corey Lytle.
Wife. Yeah, Corey Lytle. We were flying to
and then Corey was depressed because he was missing money and went for a little plane ride.
Yeah. Corey was my father's girlfriend and then later the wife.
Ah.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
She was hot in her younger years. I'll give her that. She had naked pictures in the one of the night tables, in my father's night table, and I found them. Little naked Polaroids of when she was like in her 20s and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. Are the kids listening right now?
What?
You know how we like to do that bit, but are the kids at school right now? I don't want to talk about the bit.
Yeah, probably.
So maybe tomorrow?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that bit's
Anyway,
good.
Sorry, go ahead.
That bit is good. Yeah, so we went for a little drive, and then he said, "Did you take the quarters?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." He goes, "What'd you buy with it?" I said, "Ice cream sandwiches. I was starving. I was really hungry." And he goes, "No, you bought the fucking rockets with it, didn't you?" I'm like, "No, I bought ice cream sandwiches. I was starving. I haven't." Whack! Right across the face.
Why?
And then, and he goes, "Shut up. Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about." That was always his thing when I would cry. "Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about." It's like, well, you just did.
You just gave me something to cry about.
You smacked me very hard in the face.
That's what you should have said. You just did, cocksucker.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Then it wouldn't have been open hand. Would have been nice closed fist.
Would he have punched you in the face for that?
Why?
Yeah, he probably would have punched me.
But why would he be bothered that you want to buy model rockets? That doesn't make sense. That means he's got a smart kid.
Here it is.
No, he's mad that he's mad that the quarters were gone.
He was mad at himself. He was mad at himself for not feeding his kid.
You think so?
See, yeah. He was very, like embarrassed, I think, with the fact that I bought a box of ice cream sandwiches because I was starving, and he wasn't supporting his child. So instead, if I had used the quarters to buy model rockets, then it was my fault. See, that's why, hence the smack in the face. And I think, honestly, he wanted to slap himself.
Ooh, someone's going to therapy.
No, I'm not.
Someone just used The Shining.
I swear to God. It is one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like, if you can't figure that shit out.
Right.
Maybe he did it to himself.
Yeah, maybe he did it to himself.
You don't think your dad was a happy person?
No. I think my father was very depressed.
About what?
Just, depression. Whatever makes someone depressed. He could never hit that high note, Alice. It was just one of those things. New York, failed marriage, couldn't really fucking hold a job or anything. He goes out to California to become a cowboy, and he does pretty good. Opens up a welding business kind of a thing, and then the fucking economy turned around, and that went down the shitter. So he was just kind of like...
Was he a smart guy?
Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy. He was really smart with scamming, because I think he'd rather scam and try to figure out a way to turn a few bucks.
You want to take the shortcut?
Yeah, the shortcut. instead of, really applying
digging in
and working and doing things.
What's he look like?
me.
Is there a picture of him online? Are you on Facebook or something?
Probably got one somewhere.
I've heard that you look exactly like your father.
Really? Not exactly. He was
pretty close.
He was like horseshoe bald at like 25.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
someone in your family told me that you looked very
there is a similar
like
there is a big similarity. I know I got pictures at home, but online on my computer. But yeah, so now whenever I eat ice cream sandwiches, and then I had another ice cream sandwich problem with Uncle Joe.
What did Uncle Joe do?
Well, Uncle Joe was living at our house when he was growing marijuana in the backyard.
And your mom thought it was oregano.
And he was with hippie Aunt Pat.
Sure.
Yeah. And they lived downstairs when we were living upstairs in a rented house, I guess to supplement the the rent and stuff like that. And he shared our refrigerator. He didn't have one downstairs. So he got big ice cream sandwiches and put him in a big box and put it in the freezer. And all of us, me, my brother, and sister, just opened up the freezer and were like, whoa. So we just started mowing down on Uncle Joe's ice cream sandwiches.
That's what kids do, of course.
I know.
You can't have a box of ice cream sandwiches and assume the kids aren't going to get at them.
But his reaction was so good because he went into the kitchen, and we're all sitting on the couch watching TV, and he goes in the kitchen, opens up the freezer, and we were notorious for leaving empty boxes in the freezer and fridge. Well, like notorious for doing that.
Yeah, you can't throw the box out because then he's on to you.
Yeah,
you're just hoping that he forgets about it.
Exactly. So he took the empty box out, and I hear from in the kitchen, and then he comes out with the empty box, looks at us, and just goes, "You bummers!" and threw the box at us. He said, "You bummers," and threw the box at us.
Who said that?
My Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe.
He was probably stoned out of his gourd, and like the thought of those ice cream sandwiches was the best thing in the world. And when he opened the freezer and saw the box, he's just like, and then he lifts up the box and it's empty. We were indeed bummers. We bummed him out. But just to hear him go, "You bummers," and then threw the empty, like, fucking 1 ounce box at us.
What's worse than an empty ice cream sandwich box?
Oh, when you're stoned like that, you just want to have ice cream sandwich, and it's empty, and he just bought it. Oh, it was great.
That's fucking funny.
Uncle Joe.
So you're scared of ice cream sandwiches?
No, there's just...
Would it bring back some of these memories if you had one?
When I eat ice cream sandwiches, I enjoy them thoroughly. But I don't eat them much these days. But I always think of those two instances. Mm-hmm. More so the slap in the face one than the "you bummers." You bummers was kind of funny.
Yeah, you got to be chuckling inside a little bit.
To this day, we still goof on Uncle Joe about that at family functions. You bummers.
Did I pick anything?
What?
I don't pick my nose as much, but I got a foul odor on my index finger.
Ew.
Was I itching anything? I don't know.
Did you wipe your ass and miss?
Was I sitting on my finger?
Before you were bouncing and you kept going, "Yay!"
I don't think he did that, but that is
what the
conjures
fuck
up an
is
image.
this from?
Did you miss when you wiped?
I was itching behind my ear.
Let's get E-Rock in here to smell
what
it.
do you got, fucking...
It's not as bad as what you got going, Jimmy. But it's fucking rank.
E-Rock.
No, it's honestly, it's
no,
gonna
but
be...
I mean the belly button and that. I want to see which is worse.
No, it's going to be a bust on there.
It might be.
Nothing worse than when you wipe. You got your nice thing of toilet paper. You wipe, and then you just feel flesh on one finger, and you go, "Uh-oh. Uh-oh."
I laugh at that.
Up to the knuckle.
I laugh at that. It's easy.
You go, "Oh, boy, I missed."
This is the hoodie that got the shit on
and
the
you watch your finger, and it's fine until 5 minutes later. Oh, that's your shit hoodie?
This is the shit hoodie.
Shit hoodie.
I roll up the sleeve now so I don't get shit on the
Good plan.
The cuff or whatever you want to call it. What is this part of the fucking...
A cuff.
Yeah, but it's not a cuff because it's on a shirt.
A paw.
Why don't we take a fucking break? Good story, though, Ann.
I want an ice cream sandwich now.
God damn. So your dad was miserable.
Yeah, he was a miserable guy. That's why he was always looking for something, you know. That's why he went out to California. That's why, you know, with the horses and the ranch, and then us kids being out there, but still being really irresponsible. And I don't know, he was just never a happy guy. And I think I saw him sober like once when I went out to California. Oh, he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Hey, your liver's going to come out your asshole," pretty much. So he was having.
The doctor told you that?
Told him that.
Oh, him?
Yeah. No, not me. Not yet. So he had to stop drinking for like a month or something while they did some tests and everything. So he stopped drinking. He was drinking like this orange soda all the time. And I think that was the only time for any length of time where I actually hung out and saw him sober. Every time else, like in the morning, I would see him, so, but he'd be like, hungover, blah, blah.
Right.
And then after a few beers, he was cool because he was leveled out. But then after that, it was just drunk guy.
He didn't die from the liver, though, right?
No. The
ticker?
Ticker gave out. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember my mom not being on psych meds.
Really?
Don't remember anymore.
Not at all?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Eek. Yeah. Nice to have a good cry.
We had broken parents.
That's why I'm so fucked up now. Because of my upbringing. That's why I do all the bad things. I just shut up. Suck it up, you faggots. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
I think Anthony has that conversation in the mirror every morning when he's brushing his teeth.
Suck it up, faggot. I'm crying. I'm like Gollum. I'm talking to myself.
You want to have a good cry with us, Jimmy?
Yeah.
But father was good. He was good to us. No, he wasn't. He smacked you with ice cream sandwiches. But he was good. We had fun riding horses.
Stop crying.
But you never ate.
Stop crying, you bummers.
You bummers.
Jimmy, think of something sad and get a good cry out, and we'll join you. Will you tell us what you're thinking about?
Yeah. Give us a good, upbringing, something that should have fucked you up as a kid. A lot of people get fucked up by something, but you skated right through.
There you go.
Oh, all right. My first thought was the pay difference between all of us. I had some tears. Now think of something that I should have skated.
Yeah, is there something like that your parents did, where it was like, wow, that's kind of fucked up for a parent to do?
Not,
you asshole.
I really can't think of anything my parents did.
No? There's not one instance where you as a child thought well, it's kind of fucked up for a parent to do. No?
No, I remember being surprised. This doesn't make me sad, though. I remember being surprised. I was moving my Zim Zam in the back.
Fuck is a Zim Zam?
Oh, not Zim Zam. It was a batter up. It was like a big cement block. And you had a big metal pole through it. And a fake baseball on the end of it, you'd swing it, and you could practice your batting swing.
Yeah, that's how retards practice batting.
Okay, well, I owned one.
And, a retard?
Yes, I did. I would use its tongue. We would do 45, 50 stamps at a time. So my mother was helping me move it, and we were putting it down, and she told me to be careful because she had hurt her hand.
Oh.
And I dropped it, and it crushed her finger. I did exactly what she just told me not to do. And she went, you fuck!
No way.
Mother called me a fuck.
How old were you?
At 12 or whatever.
Oh, that's terrible, though. Your mom calling you a fuck.
I was very,
You fuck!
You fuck! She said, you fuck.
Holy shit, that is hysterical.
It was not one of my finer moments.
You fuck. How old were you? Did you say?
12, I want to say.
Oh, that's a bad age.
Oh,
you got
wow.
the hormones pumping through your body.
I was more embarrassed. I wasn't mad at her.
It's the best part is she could have just yelled out "fuck,"
right.
Yeah.
because she was hurt. But to say "you fuck" was like you're the fuck because you caused this.
We both knew who the problem was. She goes, "Be very careful." I hurt my hand, and I just dropped it. And fucking her fingers swelled all up.
I can't picture that lovely woman that left you those voicemails calling you out. You fuck.
Oh, it was her fucking.
Oh, is that great?
He was a hurting Johnny.
Oh,
you got it. I got to read this one. Steve B. from Connecticut. My mom, enraged and screaming at us from the top of the stairs, said, "Why did I have kids? I could have had a Mercedes." It was so absurd, I almost did a spit take.
that might stick with you. Like I said, you got to suck it up.
Let's go to Guy, the trucker. Hello, Guy.
Hey, man, how you doing?
All right, Guy.
Boy, do I have a fucked up life. I should be a miserable son of a bitch right now, but I'm pretty happy.
Oh, are you?
Oh yeah. Well, I had a mother. I had 5 stepdads.
Oh, what a whore.
Yeah, they all tried to beat me one way or another to get me straightened out. One thought I should be left-handed when I was right-handed, and anyway, so my mother thought she had too many kids because she married these guys and they all had stepkids.
Oh.
There's like 12 of us at one time.
Fuck any of them?
So 12. And so she figured that if she got me adopted out to one of her friends, that would be one less she had to take care of.
Oh, really?
Well, this woman used to have 2 schnauzers, and she used to sit around and drink and sit on her couch and pet her dogs and piss her pants. And she went out one day and she used to make me crawl under the house and put decon under the house because of the mice. And when I wouldn't do it, she'd chase me with a cat of nine tails like a hose. She had cut and sliced it, and she chased me around the bed. And I'd run away and go back to my parents' house and tell them, hey, man, you need to get me out of here. This woman's a crazy old witch. And, I ended up getting married. I've been married 30-some years now, and I've got 6 kids, and I've raised them all, and I think that helped me out, to tell you the truth, to go through all that shit.
That should have fucked you up pretty bad.
Of course.
It didn't.
Some people have little things that happen, and they're like, and I remember when I was a child, I was eating cake, and my father came in and said, why are you eating cake? Your hiney looks fat. So I just cried, and now I can't stop eating.
What the fuck? Shut up! I was just had the difference between you fuck.
You fuck.
Hold on.
Wait, Jimmy's finding something on his
Jimmy's
phone.
mommy.
We were a little distracted by Jimmy trying to find something on his phone.
I love that.
We didn't give that caller
You
proper
fuck.
attention, but Jimmy's finding something. Hold on. Here we go.
Hold on. You fuck.
11:02 p.m. Hi, sweetheart. This is Mom. We just saw the Jay Leno show, and you were absolutely fantastic. Everything was perfect. You look great.
Is that just a mother?
Handsome. Your clothes look great.
You're handsome.
I love the set.
The set.
And of course, your material was excellent, and I
Such
liked
a mother.
the idea that he introduced you. You were actually on the show. I thought it was going to be taped. But, it was just fantastic. It was better than we could have imagined. You have arrived, my dear. And I love that you smiled. We saw your beautiful teeth. You were relaxed. I can't think of a bad thing.
I erased it.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Just now? Wait, I think I could get it back if you hit 3 or something. I don't fucking know.
Monday, September 14th at 9:37 a.m.
By the fraud department.
End of messenger.
Fuck.
You erased it.
You wanted that one.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Yeah. You wanted that one.
Yeah, no, because I actually wanted to do something with it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Actually, we got it.
Sort of.
Hey, wait a minute.
With us laughing.
Yeah, but is any of it,
Yeah, you might be able to get...
Could isolate Jimmy's mic?
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
No, that was my home phone, Danny. That wasn't my iPhone.
Oh.
Usually, if you go, once you erase it, it's just gone.
I don't know.
Suck.
I thought there was a way to get it back right away.
I did, to play your messages.
I don't know.
Jimmy, I just want to say you looked wonderful, you fuck. And your teeth, when you smiled, you fuck, were fantastic. Your material was great, you fuck.
God fucking... How much of that do we have?
All of it.
Well, we have the whole thing.
But and what could happen? Could you isolate?
Yeah, we can
Jimmy's-
just isolate Jim's mic.
So you won't hear
shit.
us laughing or anything.
No, all we'll hear
right.
is whatever's coming out of Jim's
Oh, then that's fine.
And then you can... Yeah, they'll fix it up in...
Yeah, you didn't talk during it.
They'll fix it up in the O&A lab. It'll be
We
good.
didn't really talk, right?
No.
No, 'cause I need
Not really.
Yeah, you might have said, that's my mother, this and that. And that'll
Oh,
come
what a
through.
mother, I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm just mad 'cause I wanted that audio for something. God damn it.
Let's
always fucking happen.
I just hit the button. I just hit the wrong button on the iPhone. That's my fault, but.
Well, listen, guys, we got a lot of people that want to cry today. Tom in Philly, now you want to cry, right, Jimmy?
I'm so mad at myself.
That's all right. It happens.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve one year, and I was, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, and Dad got pissed off at me, came up around 10, 11 o'clock, pinched my tummy and called me fatty. I brought it up a couple years ago, and everybody looked at me like I had a dick run out of my forehead.
It affected you so much that you remember it?
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't.
Of course
he
not.
never did such a thing.
Of course not. It's just in passing when they do it, but it's stuff that you sticks
with you.
How did it affect you, fatty?
I'm still fat, Jimmy.
Huh?
I'm still fat.
By the way, E-Rock, what are you working on right now?
Brad in Jersey. Brad.
Never necessary.
The guy's just working hard on the hall, minding his own fucking business.
No, he's not.
Doing whatever he can to make this show better.
He's not.
We haven't even seen him yet today, but
he's
I don't even know if he's here.
Here he is. Here's what E-Rock's doing. He's on his back in the office with a pack of Rolos, and he's naked, and he's rubbing them the way a cat plays with an olive.
A cat plays with an olive?
Never seen that before, Jimmy.
Oh, my God. My cat John loved olives.
John?
That's my cat.
Why did you name your cat John?
I originally named him Susan because I thought it was a girl.
Oh. Why not Ted?
I didn't think of it. Meow, meow, Anthony.
Suck another olive.
People get mad because I kicked the duty out of the litter box. I always just scatter litter all over the rug.
Holy shit, there's some great calls coming in. Let's go to Brad in Jersey. Brad.
Guys, thanks for letting me join the pity party.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
One morning I woke up, I used to live with my old man and with my dad and my grandmother, and one morning I woke up, my father was gone, and I didn't see him again for a good 3 years after that.
What? Just left?
Just got up and left. It turns out he passed away a few years ago, and I found out he actually went to jail for bigamy.
Oh,
Bigamy.
I had a couple of wives there, eh?
How the fuck you juggle a couple of wives? That is the most fucked up thing in this world.
Yeah, he never legally divorced his first wife when he married my mother. And so, yeah, he went to jail for 3 years for it.
Wow.
I was in a relationship with a certain girl, woman, whatever you want to call it. Yes, in a relationship with whose father left on Christmas Day, walked out on Christmas Day, and then proceeded to just start a brand new family from scratch. New woman, new kids, and then didn't even acknowledge the other family existed. Oh, talk about toting around a steamer trunk of baggage with that one.
Did that make Christmas fun?
Whoa! Every fucking Christmas. Every Christmas and Father's Day. No, not poor Melinda, you dummy.
I decided to do something different. I found a girl that actually has a mother and a father.
Wow, what's
Why
that
would you
like?
do that?
It's
Holy shit.
It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice
Is
not
that
to have
weird?
that I don't have a dad baggage.
Once you
wrong
break
with you?
the ice with the
I
father,
fucking went through a streak like Anthony where it was girls withougut fathers.
daddy baggage.
And
Holy
all of a sudden you're just waking up, it's a beautiful day out, and it's a complete nightmare in the house because how are you supposed to know it's the long lost father's birthday or something? What the fuck? Right?
Oh, see, now people are commenting that the only reason it works with you is because they're younger than you.
We don't really acknowledge that when we all get together. He's just...
Is it awkward, like when a song comes on and one of them goes, God, I remember this from high school, and you go, yeah.
Yeah, high school.
No, they try to trick me. Like, you remember this? I'm like, no, not really, because you are just a few years older.
No. Sorry.
It just works. Big Ken rules. Yeah, but we got some good stories here.
Okay.
Opie calls his father-in-law kiddo. Steve from Bayshore. Hey, kiddo. You give him the old, like, soft little punch on the chin when you see him. Hey there, kiddo. You tussle his hair.
Let's go to Logan in Westchester. Logan.
Hey, boys, good morning.
Hey, man.
My favorite game as a kid, I would make my mother scream so loud her false teeth would fly out of her mouth.
Could you imagine?
And
You must be a great fuck.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
My Aunt Frank used to use the because of course the big fucking Italian family and the kitchen had like these giant wooden spoon and fork crossed over like the table,
right?
You know, just in case you want to grab them off the wall and have to cook real fast.
Sure.
I don't even know what the hell they were there for, decor. But I remember getting like a whack on the ass with the spoon, with the big spoon, like whoosh. And then for years, I'd go over the house and be like, it's the spoon. I don't have the weapon fucking hanging there as decor.
There was a difference, though. My mom hit me on the back of the fucking leg, below the fucking ass meat.
Where, like, thigh?
That's sick shit.
Yeah. What about right on your freckle?
On the freckle.
Right on the hiney hole.
A good wooden spoon to the fanny, keeps everyone honest. But you hit that fucking back leg, holy my God, you'll jump up a bit.
Yeah, that's some of that slave was trying to leave.
Holy
whipping.
shit.
I hear you.
Let's go to Paul in Jersey. Paul.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hey, Paul.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, they had to go out and help my mom find my dad at strip clubs. So I was like a little 12-year-old kid going around strip clubs finding my dad.
Yeah. I did that with my friend Roy. We walked around, had to find his father, Roy, and my father, because my mother and Roy's wife said, where are the guys? And we said, we'll look for them. And we didn't know, and they didn't know where we were going, but we just walked around up by the town, and we saw, like, this topless joint, and we were, like, laughing, like, let's look.
Boobies.
And the windows are all painted over.
They always had just a little bit where you could see.
Scratches. There was always scratches, especially the bottom, just from anything, beer bottle. So you'd look in and you could kind of see. And we saw my father and Roy sitting at the bar just down in fucking beers watching the tit dancers when they were supposed to be out shopping for a barbecue and bringing the food back. And the wives are just sitting there like they can't do anything. They can't cook anything. They're just sitting there going, where are they? And they're down in beers in the tit bar.
You think one of them just said, hey, let's stop off and have a quick one?
Oh, yeah. And it turned into like fucking at least 2 hours of sitting there watching strippers. And then I think when one guy opened the door to leave, I yelled in like, Daddy! And he came outside. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to make time with this broad in here.
He goes, and I said, like, Mommy said, you know, you and Roy have to come back because you have the food.
Did he hit you?
Yeah, he just punched me square in the face. No. He said, you go back there and tell him we're on our way. And don't tell him where we were.
Not a word of this to your mother.
Tell him we were shopping. We're still shopping. There's, you know, we got business. It was always some business to tend to.
I think you're lying.
I not lying.
Because that sounds like a Happy Days.
No. That wasn't
Who's your
Happy
father,
Days.
Tom Bosley?
I didn't have a fake ID and go in there with my friends and then sit down and see Tom Bosley there with a client, where he later explained that he had to do things like that to satisfy the client. Yeah. And he wasn't in there being
Richie
a
was
pervert
so
himself.
depressed.
Oh, he's dead. His father's in a tit bar. Good. Yeah. Be happy about it.
Exactly. At least he's not a fucking booth with a hole in it.
He's at the hardware store fucking cranking huge bolts up his ass with a fucking wrench.
Yeah, this is fun. This is a fun call right here. Mike in Texas. Mike.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hi, Mike.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks.
And I gotta tell you why. I'm scarred and I will never go on another blind date. Holy shit. This girl, we're barely through appetizers. Just having some small talk, telling me that how she grew up with her grandparents, right? She seems pretty well adjusted. Not even 6:30 at night. Long night to go. She explains that for the last 15 years, the reason she grew up with her grandparents, because her mom walked out overnight. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, well, her mom walked out overnight because her dad's been doing 15 to who knows how long down in Brownsville, Texas, big boy pen for molesting several neighborhood girls, including her sister.
Wow.
Dude, I hope you ran from that date.
Dude, I was home by 7:30 and out with the boys trying to drink away that experience.
In the words of one of my good friends, don't marry a face.
Whoa.
Got to be more than just a face.
Don't marry a face.
Some people get caught up in how beautiful the person is and ignores all the shit that's right in front of you. It's right there for the taking, and you ignore it because she's a face.
Don't
be good, fellas. Be good.
See you, man.
Oh, you can marry a beautiful girl, but you gotta make sure there's more than just the face happening.
Ah.
Get it?
Gotta remember that. Actually, I'll never marry anything. Ever again. 7 days.
I think you're lying.
7 days. I will.
You're lying.
I shan't marry.
Let's say hi to Bill.
Hello, Bill.
In Georgia.
Hello, boys.
Hey.
Hey, when I was about 13, my dad told me I was a little short, fat kid. My dad told me that I looked like an Irish potato with 2 toothpicks stuck in it. I've never forgotten that.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's going to leave a scar, right?
Yeah. Hey, Aunt.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm loading up a full trailer load of beer. You want me to run by the house with it?
I got plenty.
A little beer run?
Yeah, I'm making a beer run here down in the Macon.
You need a little beer. You got the big wedding this weekend, Ed.
Yeah.
There's even some O'Douls on here. Jimmy can partake.
I don't drink O'Douls.
All right.
You know,
you old bastard.
Taking Opie's advice, I might marry again. Never marry a face. I'm going to dig up Jane Mansfield.
Oh, my God.
Which part?
Well, the lower half. You don't marry the face.
Oh.
What smells worse, her vag or Jennifer Aniston's?
Oh, my God.
That's a rough one.
Aniston. At least without a head, she's not going to be talking about Brad Pitt.
Right. That's a good point.
Right.
Lingered 2 hours ago. Let's go to Kevin in New Hampshire. Kevin.
Hey, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Reminiscent to Opie's story with the beating underneath the ass cheeks where you can't walk for 6 months because of the welts on your legs. Let me tell you how that all happened and why I became a vet tech in order to atone for my sins. When I was very young, my brother and I had a tire swing in our front yard that the tire rotted out of, so it was just like a hole that you put your foot in and swing on.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it'd be cool and cute to have my mother's Cocker Spaniel, ironically named Lucky, swing in it.
Ironically named Lucky.
How cute is that?
So we're pushing the dog, trying to put his ass cheeks up on the swing. And about that time, my dad pulled in the driveway, and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I turned around and let the dog go, and that dog got caught in that noose, and it broke its neck instantly.
Holy shit, you hung the dog.
Right in front of my mother and father. I killed her dog.
Wow. Now they must have punished you.
It was the worst.
That's a you
beating.
fuck.
It was the worst beating of epic proportions. And to this day, my mother, 35 years later, will still say, "You killed my dog."
Well, you
She'll
did.
bring it up in every argument.
You did.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Well,
Creep.
All right.
I was
so
only 8 years old.
I think we have time for maybe 2 more, then we got to take a break.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Nate in Tennessee. Nate.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Yeah, this one's real fucked up. Whenever I was about 16, I woke up in the middle of the night, went outside to look for my mother because I couldn't find her. Found her out there in her nightgown. Come to turn out, she told my father that she was raped that night.
Oh. She was trying to cover up for an affair she was having?
Yeah, she was. After an investigation, turns out she was having an affair.
Holy shit.
Having an affair.
That's it.
Thank you, sir. Hold on. Something
Punch it
just
out,
got
boys.
fucked
Love
up
you,
here.
Jimmy.
What the hell's going on
There
now?
you
Are you sure you want to? Yeah.
I want to hear a good drunk mom story.
Yeah, let's go to this one. Kevin in Jersey. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm like 8 years old. My mom used to make me wear this like super thick snowsuit, like all the kids did. They bundle them up at that age. So I'm on my way home from school. I'm laying down on the snow. It's a great snowy day. I'm doing the snow angel. All's well in my world. Suddenly I look up and my mom's drunken face is looking down at me. She lifts me up, just starts wailing on me, then looks at me and says, "Don't get any snow on your fucking snowsuit."
But it's a snowsuit, Mommy. But it's a snowsuit.
Exactly. She went through a rough patch.
A rough patch.
Don't they understand what this does to a kid?
I had another girlfriend, this one was severe baggage also.
Give me a hint so I could,
No, you don't really know this one. It's going way back. Yeah, you don't know.
Before?
Yeah, before.
And before?
Before the Yeah, before the wife. She was in high school, I believe. And not at the time we were going out.
Right.
But when she was in high school, her mother was like a raging alkie. And she came downstairs, and her mother is on the floor of the kitchen. But she had always passed out drunk and just lay there. So she tries to wake her up. She's like, Mom, and the mother's like, all groggy and shit. So she goes on, she just puts a blanket on her, a little pillow under her head and stuff like that, and then goes off to school.
Uh-oh.
She comes back home. Nothing's moved. She goes, hello, Mom? Nothing. Dead as a doorknob. Apparently, she not only was laying on the floor, but on the way from standing to the floor, she hit her head on the corner of the counter and bashed in her head and then hit the floor. So she was semi-conscious.
Oh, my God.
And the kid went to school knowing that if maybe she'd have noticed,
right,
she might have been able to call the ambulance or something like that. She was always haunted by that guilt of just leaving her mother die on the kitchen floor.
Wow.
What a treat that was around Mother's Day and holidays like that.
Sure.
Or what a treat just any day. Sometimes she would just burst out crying for no reason.
Maybe that kitchen floor was spotless, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I'll deal with that for a little while.
Would you ever tease her if she started, like, cleaning the counter and go, you missed a little brain matter?
Hey, don't slip. Right? Oh. Yeah, she wasn't... she was a little off about that situation.
We're looking for good stories. Dad nearly beat me to death for playing with matches. I mean, come on.
Come on, stop it. We burnt fucking places down.
Exactly. Mom threw a fork at me when I was 8. Come on.
Oh, please.
Come on, stop. Let's go to Phil in Minnesota. Phil.
Hello, Phil.
Hello, good morning. I was born a heroin-addicted baby, and I guess I was about a year and a half. My mom OD'd, and the supposed father, came home, found her dead, and slit his own wrist. And they found me in the apartment days later, crying, not knowing what to do, wandering around.
Were you eating your parents? Were you hungry and just gnawing away at your parents?
So,
no.
How has this affected you now that you're an adult?
Well, I've gone through my stint of drug abuse and whatnot. It's still
negatively. How is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Negatively?
And then he goes negatively, like.
Well, I guess it's just haunting that my parents, especially the supposed father, didn't want anything to do with me.
Yeah, you're so unwanted.
Yeah, but that's all I got. I'm punching out.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy.
Literally? Oh,
sorry. I guess we should take a break.
I have to piss so my fucking my nose hurts.
Therapy session's over.
My mom beat me with a toy dolphin made of sand. My mom went to jail and left me alone when I was 1.
Nice.
When I was 13, my dad was so mad he called me a cocksucker.
Cocksucker.
My mom got addicted to coke and ran off with the coke dealer. My mom tried to cast a demon on me when I was 8. Yeah. Holy crap. We got to take some of these when we get back.
One of the best smelling snacks ever was an ice cream sandwich. The chocolatey, cookie-like cakey outside and the vanilla ice cream inside. Not chocolate. Must be vanilla.
Mm. Oh, yeah, always vanilla.
Go to the grocery, get yourself a box of ice cream sandwiches, open them up, and smell it. Smell the paper before you open it up, and tell me it doesn't smell like a ditto from a mimeograph.
How about we just agree?
I can't. I have an aversion to ice cream sandwiches now because ice cream sandwiches were involved in the only time my father ever physically struck me.
So you can't eat ice cream sandwiches?
He was very, verbally abusive, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
But one time he hit me.
That's when you stole the quarters.
Smacked me, yes.
See, I pay attention.
Yes, I stole the quarters.
To get an ice cream sandwich because you were starving because he wasn't feeding you properly.
Yes, thank you.
Because he was too busy doing other things. I know this story.
He insisted that I bought model rockets with it because I was into model rocketry.
Right.
And I didn't. I bought one whole box of ice cream sandwiches and ate the entire box. It was delicious.
Of course it is.
What a great fucking time that was.
You can't just have one of those.
I ate the entire box because I went to Thrifty Drug and Discount Store out there in California. And I went in with the quarters. And they lived downstairs when we were living upstairs in a rented house, I guess to supplement the the rent and stuff like that. And he shared our refrigerator. He didn't have one downstairs. So he got big ice cream sandwiches and put him in a big box and put it in the freezer. And all of us, me, my brother and sister, just opened up the freezer and were like, whoa. So we just started mowing down on Uncle Joe's ice cream sandwiches.
That's what kids do, of course.
I know.
You can't have a box of ice cream sandwiches and assume the kids aren't going to get out of it.
But his reaction was so good because he went into the kitchen, and we're all sitting on the couch watching TV, and he goes in the kitchen, opens up the freezer, and we were notorious for leaving empty boxes in the freezer and fridge. Well, like, notorious for doing that.
Yeah, you can't throw the box out because then he's on to you.
Yeah.
You're just hoping that he forgets about it.
Exactly. So he took the empty box out, and I hear, oh, from in the kitchen, and then he comes out with the empty box, looks at us, and just goes, you bummers! And threw the box at us. He said, you bummers, and threw the box at us.
Who said that?
My Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe.
He was probably stoned out of his gourd, and like the thought of those ice cream sandwiches was the best thing in the world. And when he opened the freezer and saw the box, he's just like, ah. And then he lifts up the box and it's empty. And then, and he goes, shut up. Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. That was always his thing when I would cry. Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. It's like, well, you just did.
You just gave me something to cry about.
You smacked me very hard in the face.
That's what you should have said. You just did, cocksucker.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Then it wouldn't have been open hand. Would have been nice closed fist.
Would he have punched you in the face for that?
Why?
Yeah, he probably would have punched me.
But why would he be bothered that you want to buy model rockets? That doesn't make sense. That means he's got a smart kid.
Here it is.
No, he's mad that he's mad that the quarters were gone.
He was mad at himself. He was mad at himself for not feeding his kid.
You think so?
See, yeah. He was very, like embarrassed, I think, with the fact that I bought a box of ice cream sandwiches because I was starving, and he wasn't supporting his child. So instead, if I had used the quarters to buy model rockets, then it was my fault. See, that's why, hence the smack in the face. And I think honestly, he wanted to slap himself.
Ooh, someone's going to therapy.
No, I'm not.
Someone just used The Shining.
I swear to God, it is one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like, if you can't figure that shit out.
Right.
Maybe he did it to himself.
Yeah, maybe he did it to himself.
You don't think your dad was a happy person?
No. I think my father was very depressed.
About what?
Just, depression. Whatever. And then I just, Anthony deserved to be hit. Thank you. People are saying. So I ate the whole box of ice cream sandwiches. And then once they found out the quarters were missing, Dad took me outside, and on our way to the stable, said, did you steal Corey's quarters? And
Who's Corey?
Corey was his girlfriend.
Corey Lytle.
Wife. Yeah, Corey Lytle. We were flying to
I think Corey was depressed because he was missing money and went for a little plane ride.
Yeah. Corey was my father's girlfriend and then later the wife.
Ah.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
She was hot in her younger years. I'll give her that. She had naked pictures in the one of the night tables, in my father's night table, and I found them. Little naked Polaroids of when she was like in her 20s and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. Are the kids listening right now?
What?
You know how we like to do that bit, but are the kids at school right now? I don't want to talk about the bit.
Yeah, probably.
So maybe tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that bit's
Anyway,
good.
Sorry, go ahead.
That bit is good. Yeah, so we went for a little drive, and then he said, did you take the quarters? And I was like, well, yeah. He goes, what'd you buy with it? I said, ice cream sandwiches. I was starving. I was really hungry. And he goes, no, you bought the fucking rockets with it, didn't you? I'm like, no, I bought ice cream sandwiches. I was starving. I have it. Whack! Right across the face.
What?
Makes someone depressed. You can never hit that high note, Alice. It was just one of those things. New York, failed marriage, couldn't really fucking hold a job or anything. He goes out to California to become a cowboy, and he does pretty good. Opens up a welding business kind of a thing, and then the fucking economy turned around, and that went down the shitter. So he was just kind of like...
Was he a smart guy?
Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy. He was
why
really
couldn't he
smart
figure
with
it out?
scamming, because I think he'd rather scam and try to figure out a way to turn a few bucks.
You want to take the shortcut?
Yeah, the shortcut, instead of, really applying
Digging in.
and working and doing things.
What's he look like?
me.
Is there a picture of him online? Are you on Facebook or something?
Probably got one somewhere.
I've heard that you look exactly like your father.
Really? Not exactly. He was
pretty close.
He was like horseshoe bald at like 25.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
someone in your family told me that you look very.
Yeah, there is a similar.
like your father.
There is a big similarity. I know I got pictures at home, but online on my computer. But yeah, so now whenever I eat ice cream sandwiches, and then I had another ice cream sandwich problem with Uncle Joe.
What did Uncle Joe do?
Well, Uncle Joe was living at our house when he was growing marijuana in the backyard.
And your mom thought it was oregano.
And he was with
people that
hippie
linger
Aunt
longer.
Pat.
Sure.
Yeah.